Hey, how's it going, everyone? Saintsfan here. Welcome back to another GTA 5 Q&A. As usual, I asked you guys on Twitter earlier this morning to send me in some pretty good questions. So if you want to send me a question for next week's episode, all you have to do is use the hashtag AskSaints on Twitter. We're going to hop right into this, and there's a reason I picked this first question from Gillymaster, but he says, do you think that Rockstar will add more outfit slots? 10 is just not enough. I completely agree, but the reason I picked this question is I want to know how many of you guys have that as like a super high priority for Rockstar to add in a future DLC. Obviously, there's a lot of you guys who like Fashion Friday, so maybe there's a ton of you guys out there who would want more than 10 outfit slots, but it just feels like nobody really ever talks about it. So that's why I sort of think that I'm in a minority there. Let me know in the comment section if you guys would really like Rockstar to add whether it's 5 or 10 more outfit slots to the game. Speaking of outfits and all that, Mofo Blitz, what accessories would you like to see added to GTA Online for your character? That's a really cool question. He says, example, backpacks, rings, etc. There's a lot of stuff that you see on NPCs that I wish we could wear. For instance, like you said, backpacks, that's one. I mean, I know we have the parachutes, but backpacks would look a little bit cooler, especially some of the ones you see on like the people climbing the mountain up by Mount Chiliad. I mean, we already have rings and we have a lot of the other accessories. Honestly, before they add new stuff, I want them to make the things that are in the game, one, look good with like the other colors. Like blacks, they still sometimes don't look the same. Like one black is different from the other black. I wish that the scarves, when you wore them with other items like the bulletproof vests and stuff like that, they wouldn't clip through. And I don't know how hard that would be to do. I'm sure it probably is fairly difficult, but I would appreciate if they sort of went through the clothing and made it look better and just open up the option and gave us no restrictions. That's something I've always wanted. As for accessories though, and look, you guys in the comments, feel free to let me know if anything comes to mind for you, but this stuff that we got in the VIP, like all the military gear, I want stuff like that, but to actually be implemented as stuff you can wear, not just part of a bodyguard system or a bodyguard outfit or a VIP outfit. Moving on, we have James, and he says, why do you think Rockstar is almost avoiding anything that has to do with upcoming DLCs? See, this is the thing. That's just how Rockstar is. They like to be secret. Somebody joked on Twitter, I think I saw, I was like, I bet you if you asked Rockstar if they're planning a next game, they would say it's not happening, or like they wouldn't even respond to that, just because that's how secretive they are. They don't like to give anything away. Also, it's not like they're oblivious to everything that's happening in the community. Like a few weeks ago when everybody jumped on the Liberty City train, which still could be a possibility, I bet you they saw that and determined if they wanted to actually announce it yet or wait. Same thing goes for the Lowriders 2 DLC. I mean, they obviously have to know that the cat's out of the bag. It's not secret. It seems like whatever they're doing, they're holding off on releasing that information. Fourth question from Demi DeWinter. Do you think there comes a new car or new supercar faster than the T20 in a future update? I picked this question too just because I don't really have an answer for it, but it brings up a good point. Here's the thing, and maybe I'm completely wrong about this, but just looking at GTA Online and the community from afar, from, above, I guess, so to speak, all people really want are super or sports cars, or I guess bikes that are really fast. That's like the majority of the cars you see driven around. Lowriders 1, like the first DLC that came out, was really awesome. Like it included a bunch of cool customization, and even for me, I barely use those. I really never use those cars anymore. They're just novelty items that I have in my garage. So as much as I want to say no, I don't want to see another supercar come just because I think we have enough. At least I know if there was a new one, I would probably use that one the most. So it's an interesting topic to bring up on what Rockstar should do, with upcoming DLCs, whether they should just cater to the majority of the people who play GTA Online who just want fast cars and don't care about these novelty lowriders or vans and all this other stuff like the muscle cars that come out. As always, I would like to hear your guys' opinion on that topic in the comment section, because it is an interesting one, I think, to be had. Next question from Zombies. Do you think single-player DLC should not be talked about anymore since we have heard nothing for almost 3 years? Here's the thing, right? Here's the thing. Rockstar have not said... Well, they've said a few things in their Newswire posts like 2 years ago. And I think actually even in an interview, one of the developers said that the single player DLC is going to be, quote, monumental. I saw that quote somewhere. I don't know what happened. I mean, coincidentally, like I mentioned in a video a few days ago, last week, Leslie Benzies was fired. That's their president. He was there from the start. Did that have something to do with their single player DLC plans? Who knows? Obviously, the heist, that could have had something to do. All this online DLC potentially put the single player stuff on the back burner. The reason many of us keep talking about it, though, is just because there's so many things that happen that just can't be a coincidence. Sean Fantino gave an interview where he said he was specifically working on the GTA 5 DLC. There was an interview with an artist who said that he recorded lines and worked on a DLC or the next GTA that's taking place in New York City. There's obviously all this stuff that Sean Fantino Franklin has posted on his Instagram and teased. Again, mentioning the Rockstar interviews with developers that have mentioned single-player DLCs. I think that's the reason why people still talk about a single-player DLC happening. And I will admit, sometimes we get a little bit overboard and we go too crazy on some of the videos and everything that we post. But you know what would fix all that? Is Rockstar coming out and giving us some clarification. Doesn't have to be much to say, hey guys, single player DLC is being worked on, or hey guys, there is no single player DLC. Something like that would put all the speculation to rest, really. Unfortunately, though, I don't think that'll ever happen. And then the last question from Xiao, which are you more excited for? And this is the question of the day. Which are you more excited for? Single player DLC, or instead of Lowriders Part 2, I'm just going to say, all the upcoming online DLC. So in addition to all the other stuff I want your guys' opinion on in the comment section, let me know, what are you more excited for in the future? Online DLC or single player DLC? For me, and this is a cop-out, I want a single player DLC that is incorporated into online. Anyway, hopefully there's some good responses and some good discussion going on in the comment section. Thank you guys for watching though. Hopefully you guys did enjoy. Subscribe so you don't miss any other awesome GTA content. Again, if you want to ask a question for next week's episode, just go follow me on Twitter. As always, though, thank you guys for watching. And it's your boy Saintsfan. I'm out. Peace.